Hello and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video, I'm going to give you an end of the year wrap up for second grade. It's unbelievable that we are done already, but if you want to see how it went and what we used, be sure and stick around. Welcome or welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am a homeschool mom to a third grader. We love all things books, homeschool, and sharing our journey with you. And if that is something that you're interested in, I would love if you consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. All right, I have tried to pull everything that we used, and that way I can let you know, did we finish it? Are we gonna finish it? And just what we thought about it. I possibly have left something out in case I've already sold it or something like that. Hopefully I haven't, but for the most part, this was second grade or will be second grade, everything that I'm going to show you. The first thing I'll show you here is a story of the world because it's on this side right here. We did finish a story of the world. We ended up dropping the activity book pretty soon into the year, but we did finish the volume 1. We really liked this. The read aloud approach is very good for us. It works well. She keeps the knowledge. She remembers things that we have read, and it's fun and enjoyable. So Story of the World was a big win for us. We enjoyed it and finished it up. One that was not so much a win for us was 180 Days of Social Studies. We did some of it and we didn't do a lot of it. And so we ended up just dropping it. It wasn't something that I enjoyed. She didn't appear to enjoy it too much either. So this was not a win for us, but we had it anyways. For writing was a little bit all over the place for us. We did level 1, Writing with Ease. We did most of it. We haven't finished it all the way. I don't know whether we will. And then we also used Teachers Pay Teacher resources, and this is Super Sentences. We liked that. We did this quite a bit, and again, we were just kind of all over the place, and I wasn't super duper concerned with writing this year, which is why we were probably all over the place with it, because we had bigger things. We had big math, big reading, big spelling things, and so those were more of a priority for me. So we did occasionally work on writing. Sometimes we would just do independent writing, but it wasn't something huge on that. That will be changing a little bit for third grade because I feel like I need to step that up a little bit at this point. For language arts, we mostly finished up our first language lessons. This is first and second grade. So for second grade, we did most of that. We did it a lot different. We kind of jumped around. We did what we wanted to out of it, and I skipped the things that I just didn't feel was as necessary. And then to go along with that, we did some Tinker Active English, which we will finish this up over the summer. And let me see if I can find our next one. And then we did level 1 and grade 2 for grammar. This will just finish up over the summer. She has just a few sheets left on that. But these are the resources that we used for like our grammar and our English kind of language arts, in addition to like different readings like this, grammar and punctuation. I really do like this book. It's a visual guide to grammar and punctuation. And this is just really nice for being able to like really see what you're talking about. Probably the thing that we used the most for like workbook style of language arts would be our Learn-A-Lots. This was just a random workbook that I got from the book outlet for second grade, but we utilized the sheets a lot. We have pretty much done all of this book. We'll finish up over the summer probably, but we would do the reading and the writing sections out of these, and it would talk about adverbs, verbs, pronouns, plurals, singulars. It just talked about all of that. And so this and these two resources right here are honestly where the majority of our second grade language arts came from, besides reading. This, I'm talking, when I talk about language arts, I'm talking about like reading comprehension, pronouns, the grammar and punctuation, those sort of things, that came from these two resources for the most part, in addition to these two. So that's what we used the most, way more than we did first language lessons and writing with ease. If the book outlet still has this, we really enjoyed that. Now, I had a Brain Quest one that I loved, but I got such a great deal on this, but I was really happy with this too, and it's really bright, so it's nice how bright it is. While I have this one out, this was a fantastic resource and I highly recommend it. I do know that the book outlet carries these from time to time. This one is the really colorful version. It talks about everything that your second grader needs to know, which I think is a fantastic way to make sure that you maybe don't have a little gap in a subject that you might worry about. And so I could just look through this and wonder if I needed to be covering something, if I hadn't covered it. Science, math, history, language arts, everything is in this. Really, really enjoyed this resource. For example, when we finished Story of the World, we jumped over to this and we started doing our U.S. history out of it, in addition to pulling different readers and read alouds to go with our history. So this filled in a lot of the time where after we finished a subject, we used this to finish more of it throughout the year without having to buy something extra. Now let's move over to math, where we have Primary Mathematics 2022. We did finish this up. We will not be using this again next year, but it is finished, and I am very happy to know that we're moving on to something else. It's not that this is bad. It is not. It just wasn't a good fit for us. It wasn't something that worked well for what we wanted out of a math program. But we finished it up, so gold star for that, and let's keep moving on. This is just a little random time and money workbook, and she did most of these, and we'll do a few more over the summer to finish it up. All right, we finished our volume 2 of Sassafras Science Adventures. For the most part, we only used the spine. We didn't do any of the extra stuff with that this year. Let's see, I have some more science workbooks, so let's pull this one out. Tinker Active, we're almost done with this. We love this so much. Love, love, love Tinker Active. We'll finish this up over the summer because we really went slow with it because we didn't want to be done with it because we knew there wasn't a level 3. But love Tinker Active. If you have kindergartners to second grade, I definitely recommend these. We love them. All right, let's just go to this next one here. I have Skill Sharpeners Critical Thinking by Evan Moore. This was really pretty cool. We liked this. It goes by subjects. So you'll have like animals, bats, bugs, body, things, places. This is another one that we'll finish up over the summer, but we have enjoyed everything that we did out of this Evan Moore series. We really like the Skill Sharpeners and really colorful. All right, we finished up our level 2 of Mind Benders. These are just little puzzles, logic puzzles that maybe have something coordinating with math or reading or just logic. Really like these, and we've picked up the next one for next year. All right, next is spelling. We started out the year with Evan Moore, Building Spelling Skills. She just wasn't a super strong speller at the time and really still isn't. That is not her biggest strength, but that's okay. We can't all have it all. And so this is just one that we kind of use this every once in a while, but most of the time we use traditional spelling from Memoria Press. We really, really like this one. I actually bought like everything that goes with it, but these are the 3 things that we use all the time. And that is the supplemental workbook, the student workbook, and the teacher's manual. So because we kind of were going back and forth, neither one of these are done. This one will get completed. This one may get completed. I don't know. She does like some of the activities out of it, so we may still continue to use it, but this is what we will finish up. So spelling, definitely for second grade, is what I enjoyed the most, was this one right here. I had really, really big intentions of working on a second language this year, and that was going to be with Song School Spanish. I just could not figure out how to get it into the groove. of this. There were just so many big things that we were working on this year that this one just went to the back burner, but we are going to work on it over the summer because it's something she really wants to do, so I want to make time for it. And I hope that for the summer, as we get a really good schedule going with that, it will carry over into 3rd grade because it's 31 weeks, so we won't be able to finish it during the summertime. Here is another science book. I tried to group everything together, but I missed this one. This is a Skill Sharpener series. Again, we really like this series, and you just have different subjects that you complete, and then there's a little activity or craft at the end. This is, again, we didn't get it completely finished, so we will finish it over the summer, but we like this. We like the Evan Moore series stuff. There's been very little that I haven't been happy with. All right, let's keep going here. This is just a little notebook. This is sight word practice pages that we have had for a while now. We are almost done with it, I think, so we will continue to truck along on this. I think it's just a great little quick sheet for them to practice a sight word, write a sentence, and make their own sentence with it. This is Daily Word Ladder, which we added at the very end of the year. We love this. We will continue to do this, and we will add the next book in with it when we're done. I actually started with the grades 1 to 2. I think the next one is 2 to 3. But I thought it would be funner to start with the one that was just a little bit lower to help us figure out how this works. And it is great for studying that reading, vocabulary, spelling, and phonics skills. Really, really fun, and it's another quick little workbook. Something I noticed towards the end of the year is just how much she enjoyed different workbooks. In here, I just have a couple of random books. We have our 2 Truths and a Lie. This was fun. We have forgotten to do it, actually, so I need to move this towards the front so we can finish it up. I think we're about halfway through that one. And then classics to read aloud to your children. I occasionally pull this out and read one to her. And then we have our Life of Fred. We are on E, Edgewood, so we have done A, B, C, and D now. We randomly pull this out from time to time because math didn't flow super well this year. And so I should have done it more because we enjoy Life of Fred. And KiwiCo. We love KiwiCo. We have done these all year long. We have continued to receive them, and we will continue to receive them. I had always added the book in, which was an additional cost. I have stopped at that now, but we are keeping the Kiwi crates coming because those are really, really fun STEM activities. This is just the cover to our Swing Into Reading All About Reading Level 3. I've actually already got rid of that curriculum because we're finished with it. This is fantastic. Absolutely love All About Reading. Cannot say enough good things about this program. Level 3 finished up. Level 4 is the very last level, which we will be doing for 3rd grade. And we're sad to see it go, but it was oh so good. Just a few more resources that I have that we used is the Brilliant Ideas from Wonderful Women. There are 15 stories in these, and we will just occasionally pull this out and read one of the stories out of there. That's pretty fun. This resource we used along with our history and geography, Children Just Like Me. As you can see, it just shows you children from around the world and how they might have dressed and what they might eat that is different, how their homes might look compared to ours. This was just a really fun resource and something I'm glad that I got. The next resource that I'm really glad that I picked up is the Dictionary of Difficult Words. This is 400 perplexing words that we might not use on a day-to-day basis. And so what I would do with this is I would have her pick out a word, I would have her write the word, and then maybe write the definition or do something with it. It was just a fun way to add in some interesting vocabulary that we probably wouldn't have otherwise. Something I realized I don't have here to show you because we're all finished with it and I got rid of it is handwriting without tears. We're going to do the next level with that. That's just a great handwriting program for us. A couple of resources that maybe I wish I wouldn't have got or that we just don't use very often is around the year. Oftentimes you're lured in by different things on Instagram or other YouTube videos, and this was one of those that we really just haven't used very much. It's a poem, one poem for each month of the year. Shouldn't be something difficult to do, but we really just didn't do it very often. Maybe we would read it once, but was it worth the money? Probably not. But you know what? There's a few things that I did see via Instagram like this or from YouTube that I wouldn't have found otherwise probably. And the second thing was of this hoss of a book. And what's kind of crazy is when you spend so much for a big book like this and you just don't use it very much. It's beautiful. Maybe it is something I will use in a different season of our homeschool, but for second grade, this wasn't something we did very often, and it was not cheap. And so this is another one of those resources that I kind of wish I wouldn't have done, but we did nonetheless. And hopefully there will be some point in season in our life that we do get some use out of this, because like I said, it wasn't cheap. It's not small, so it takes up some room, but I don't want to get rid of it yet, because as soon as I do, we'll have an epiphany and be like, oh, where's our Sing a Song of Seasons? All right, just real quickly, just a few more resources that I'm glad that I do have is these little wrap-ups. We love these wrap-ups. I'm really glad that I got those. This little clock wasn't actually a second grade purchase, but it is one I purchased that we used a lot again in second grade as we got into more detail with the clock. It was really nice to have this hands-on version. Not that it's a necessary purchase, but it was very handy. These two games, I'm always a fan of learning resources games. This is, I'm sorry, they're upside down, but this is Dino Math Tracks and Some Swamp. We absolutely love these two games. Since we're here, we'll just look at this. I love these resources. This one, not so much. I bought it specifically because Primary Math 2022 recommended getting it. However, we like these linking math cubes much better and would use those almost all the time. These two games for second grade, fantastic. Ocean Raiders and Cloud Hoppers. This is subtraction and addition, and we actually kind of formulated this one to be addition and subtraction too. We just make it go backwards and subtract back up through the water. And then the very last game that we love is Buy It Right. This is just a great shopping game. And oh, this one isn't just necessarily like a learning game, but it is. It's called Shut the Box or The Game Box. It's a wooden board game, and you roll the dice and you have to do math to figure out which ones you want to open and close. We love that game. Those are our four, well, let's see, we've got 2, 4, 6. Those are our 6 most played games for sure. All right, and to wrap out this video, I just wanted to show you the things that we read. Now, I don't think I got everything wrote down because we read so much of a night, and if I finish a book of a night, it's likely that I don't come back in here and write it down. But these are all of the read alouds that we did. If there was a movie to go with it, we read that. And then this page is the things that I tried to remember to write down that she read. So these would all be books that she read independently without me. Now that is also not including like little readers. She would have read so many little readers, and most of the time I wouldn't write those down. So I do need to do a better job of doing that in third grade, because we would have went to the next page for sure if I wrote down every single like picture book and everything that she wrote down. And I should, just so that she can see how amazing that she did. All right, that is end of the year wrap up. I hope that you enjoyed it. I thank you for spending some time with me, and if you have any questions or comments, please put that down below. Again, thank you so much, and we'll see you on our next one. Bye.